a bit more pessimistically. It's like we could win all our games and theoretically still not win the league, but we live in hope. Talk to me about Arteta then. Final point on Arteta. Yeah, again, I'm not here to do the ins and out thing with Arteta. I'm just assuming this is now the third year in a row we do not win a Premier League trophy. How, I'm not saying to sack him, but how far are we going with this? Because if we fast forward a year from now, me and you having the same conversation, how far are we going with this? Because everyone can see the rebuild until he gets over the line, whether you like him, whether you dislike him, that's going to be a cloud over him. Because I can't sit here and say, like a lot of people say, he's a title winning coach, he's got potential. I actually believe a hell of a lot in Arteta as a manager. Forget Arsenal, as a manager. I only care if you do it at this club. And I disagree with, you can't say he's a title winning manager and this, that, and the third if he's never done it. Like, you can't. The man himself says it.
Yeah, I never said that. But one thing I will say is he's the only person I trust. At Arsenal right now, when it comes to the board level, the people that I trust is Arteta, and that's it.
I can hear that.
Because in that case, why would I want the person who I believe is at the forefront of this whole redevelopment of the club gone? We already got rid of Edu. Get in a new sporting director. Maybe that person.
Do you think he was harshly done by as well, Edu? In hindsight, because maybe he got frustrated as well. Said, you know what,
he always wanted Bruno G, and we from when Bruno G was in Brazil, Edu's been vouching for him to join Arsenal, and we never brought in Bruno G, and maybe that's where his final straw was like, yo, you guys are neglecting what I'm saying and then holding me accountable for Raheem Sterling. I'm out of here.
You're right on that. But yeah, back to the point
I've never seen a PR stunt like what he did with Raheem Sterling when he signed him, showing how everybody stayed packed late and how everyone worked so hard.
Fair, with that, he said we did. The first time I've heard Edu ever give me anything close to clarity, he said, to be fair, we didn't try. This isn't something we planned to do. That just tells me, like, collectively as a club, again, the targets we tried, we weren't able to, and we weren't able to pivot to our other targets. Because there's, again, I'm not a fly on the wall, bro, but there has to have been a lot of different conversations before they went, yeah, let's sign Raheem Sterling. That clearly we didn't want to do that. And I would say slightly towards Neto as well, considering the Garcia thing. But yeah, how long does this, if assuming the next year or two or whatever, Mikel Arteta, for as much as you like him or don't like him, he finishes second, he does not win trophies. Where are you looking at it? Because without context, I do think Arteta struggles to get over the line. I do think the Europa League, the Champions League, the FA Cup since he won it, all of that, there's got to be something in it. But yeah, how long to give Donny? Or before you have some level of questions? Okay.
I will simply say the day that I look at the squad and I say this squad is complete and he's the reason why we're not winning, is a day I'll say he needs to go. At this moment in time, I don't think he's the reason why we're not winning. I think there's still other issues, and I think he's the reason why we're competitive. So the day that I think he is the problem, I will say it's time for him to go. At this moment in time, I don't view him as the problem. And if somebody does view him as the problem, I've given you many reasons throughout the stream why I don't view him as the problem. But
let me rephrase that question then. Like, obviously, I think some people will blame everyone. Some it's all Arteta, some it's still the Cronkies. I think as much as I think the ownership needs to go, they could rightly so point to me, same way me and you were having a conversation and say, listen, you can say what you want about me. We've given Arteta the keys. Like, he's been allowed to sign goalies, he's been allowed to sign centre backs. We've ripped up deals. We've done this, we've done that. So I don't think he's completely blameless. What if they say at the end of the day, we never put a gun to his head to take this job. He knows the way we operate. So it's like, surely Arteta's got to find a way to operate within the remits that are the Cronkies, or we're going to keep having these conversations about he's not been back, they've not done this, they've not done that. Because unpopular opinion, I think it's purely from a sporting point of view for many of them games as to why we didn't win the league last year. I can't guarantee that a next manager is going to be set up for success. I can't guarantee that Mikel Arteta, if he won the Premier League last year, we wouldn't have had the same exact summer. That's where I'm looking at, because it goes from the top downwards. But yeah, like, it's either surely Arteta's either got to find a way to make it work with the Cronkies or whatever, or decisions at some point.
We're going to have to...
a lot to ponder there, man.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Honestly, I can't really give a clear, honest answer on what it would take for Arteta to be gone. But just know, you'll know when you know. Like right now, everyone has utmost faith in him because I see the deficiencies in the team, and I view Arteta as the problem solver, getting us solutions. Like Mikel Moreno, who we haven't spoken about yet on the stream, but I do think Arteta does not get enough credit for what he does at Arsenal. Genuinely, I don't think he gets enough credit. He gets a lot of criticism for what he hasn't done, but what he has done in finding ways for Arsenal to continue to be in this title race, continue to challenge, continue to be up there as one of the better teams in the league. Even when people are talking bad about us, we finished third in the Champions League, bro. Real, uh, Real Madrid and Man City, who are considered far superior teams to us, who are still currently in the knockout phase facing each other a couple days ago. So it just goes to show you, like, as bad as everyone's saying Arteta is and this team is and all these issues that we have, he has them punching above everyone else's expected weight and competing to a level where you guys yourselves are saying, well, how is he doing this?
And I think there's little balance where, and that's, as an Arsenal content creator, I say this all the time on my streams. I think it's very exhausting speaking about Arsenal because Mikel Arteta can do no right or do no wrong. I think I think the truth's in the middle. I think he's done a lot well. I think there's so much things I can praise him for. I do think there's certain things he needs to be accountable for. And I do think now it's a case of you against your own. And I think as a club, as I said, it's about small margins. I do give you credit. I'm going to give you credit for the injuries, but I'm also not going to give you credit for the injuries because injuries happen. It's like a chef cutting their hands. I could argue as a whole club, we've known that this could happen. We needed to marry ourselves with depth. Before I let you get out of it, because I know you got to go and pick up the little one, yeah? Talk to me about, firstly, Mikel Moreno, not just him as a footballer, but him in the striker role. Is that something you would go with? And then talk to me about Raheem Sterling, man.
Okay, first of all, Mikel Moreno is definitely our striker for the next game. You don't come off the bench, score a brace, and then take him off. And the reason being is because of Raheem Sterling. The two are interlinked. Raheem Sterling is finished at the top level, bro.
It's sad. It's sad.
It's not sad. This is normal. This is what
happens. It's sad, man. I don't like someone I say it's sad because you never like someone down on their hard luck, man. I don't like that as a human.
This is normal. Guys, Messi and Ronaldo and these guys
have been playing since 16.
They've normalized 40-year-olds playing at a level superior to some 20-year-olds. That's not normal. What Raheem Sterling is going through right now is the normal decline in somebody's career when they get to that age. And he's played football at the top level since the age of 17. He's had himself one hell of a career. He's played for Man City, won numerous trophies, played for Liverpool, played for Chelsea, played for Arsenal.
Played for England at the top level.
Majority of the top teams in the league. And he's enjoyed himself. He's had himself a hell of a career. It is sad to see, but I'm not looking at it from the perspective of sad. I'm looking at the perspective of this is the natural decline of somebody's career, and this is what happens. And you just got to say to yourself, Raheem Sterling, you've had one hell of a career. Good job. You've done amazing things throughout your time. It's now coming to the end of your road. Maybe go to the MLS, maybe go to Saudi. But even then, I think the best thing for him...
Can he even get into Saudi? I don't think Saudi be queuing up with that current form or the MLS, man.
Even then, I would just say, you know what?